Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. And we have quite a lot to do. We have the new part of our kind of main quest. Now that we've got Adea back, this is what our main goal is going to be. We have an assassin to find, but we also have quite a lot of other quests. We did manage to get down a lot of the tasks. We still have a few of these though, so we have things that I kind of forgot to hand in, to be honest. So we have the missing sentries one, where we need to go and speak to Weiler. We have the Forgotten, where we have to return to Vincent Agosti, but I don't think I can get to First Fires right now, so that's going to have to wait. And we need to find more pieces of the Ancient Sword in the Endless Paths, but I think I need to be a slightly higher level before we do that. Most of our quests are to do with the characters. So we have things like the Grieving Mother's Past. We have the Trials of Durance. So these ones I think we kind of have to wait for. Yeah, so we need to speak to Agosti. Kind of seems like the easiest one to do, but I am pretty sure that because that place is on fire, we can't. Yeah, we can't select that, I don't think. That's why it's all grayed out. Okay, so that is going to have to be for another day. Now, as far as our current situation, we need to make sure that everybody has got enough health, and I think we may as well go and sleep in here to make sure that that is the case. Okay, 8 hours have passed, we're well rested. Let's go on an adventure. And we're going to start off.
As beautiful as it can be with the absence of children.
I'm glad they are appreciating that we're doing up Kednua. But first of all, from here, we are going to go and see if I can find any mysteries over in the areas that I kind of just didn't really explore properly before. And while we're doing that, we can also find out if the key that I found in the previous episode, it actually does anything. Or if that was something that I maybe could have used and missed the opportunity. So just check that we have Adea back in our team, which we do. And we want to go to the Deerford Crossing. Quick check to make sure. We will be going over here fairly soon. Oh, wait, Searing Falls is... We should go there. We should go to Searing Falls because that is probably the place that was in the vision, which we said we would go and find. Right? Okay. Quick exploration of the Deerford Crossing first because it is closest to us, and after all, this character is an explorer. Kind of a clumsy one, but an explorer nonetheless. This is more of a curiosity killed a cat kind of exploration. So my plan is we're going to go back down, if we can, back down under here, under the broken statue. Because the only clue I have for that key is that it had a skull on it. So either the key would have unlocked this, and I could have got here earlier, or it unlocks something in here. It doesn't look like there are any rooms that I couldn't get to before, though. This looks like it's all completely opened up. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be worth our time. I think that key probably was another way of getting in here if I hadn't found the other entrance. And then this is the way that I got out. Not exactly an exciting conclusion to that, but I think otherwise we are going to spend a long time walking around somewhere that we've already been. And yeah, nothing's going to come from that. So let's get out of here. We did a lot of new exploration around here in the previous episode. Yeah, it's time to go. I think we can go up here, actually up the slope. Right, that I feel is successfully checked. Let's go to the wooded plains and see if we can go down to Searing Falls. It's Hireling Payday. It's also nighttime. Let's have a look. We have a supplicant. We will lose 5 prestige if I ignore them. Minor reputation with Defiance Bane negative. As in it will give me a negative, or it will be negative if I don't do it. I'm gonna send an escort with you. You can have this guy whose name I forgot because I haven't actually adventured with him yet. Hiravius? Yeah. He'll take you.
Yes?
Okay, sorted. I can't actually remember what we came to the wooded plains for. I think we were rescuing someone, weren't we? I've pretty thoroughly explored it, apart from maybe a little bit over here. Should we go up that direction? I probably should. Let's go over here first. Make sure that we don't have anything strange and secret to uncover over here. Oh, there is a slope to some higher ground. Okay, that's the way out. There's a dead person here. Oh, there's an enemy over there too. Okay, not great loot. We have hide armor, a potion of eldritch aim, and some copper.
Laying low.
I feel like maybe I should be sneaking. Who is that over there? What or who is that? Forest lurker. Okay, forest lurkers aren't a big problem. Can it even get to me over here? Is it possible to go over here? No, they're going round. Okay, so this is literally just...
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
It's just
Which
like
is not very quiet.
a random plateau with a dead person on it. That seems odd. Like there should be something else up here.
Hello? Hello?
Just checking in case we're passing any secrets. Got some mushrooms over there though. Dear cap. And had I already found that? No, I don't think so. Let's be a bit sneaky as we approach what looks like graves, just in case. Is this just a backer thing? Yeah. Okay.
Following your lead.
Okay, and that's
Let's see what
another
lies
exit over there. So I guess the lurker was just kind of over here. Oh, got some more mushrooms.
Following your lead.
Well, the shop construction is already complete. Let's get rid of this lurker. And I think that's pretty much it then for the... Yeah, the lurker's just literally over here in the corner. The only other bit that we haven't unlocked is over here. So we should take the lurker down pretty fast. Yeah, perfect.
Lavaru beyond sea.
Yeah, we just have some awakened
Following
wood
your lead.
from the lurker. And no other tiny secrets left. So to get down to Searing Falls, because that is down here. I mean, this should be the right way. And yeah, there's nothing over here. There's nothing that wasn't already discovered. Oh wait, maybe there is. I spoke too soon. We have a primordial and 2 forest trolls.
Hey.
Let's all just get her first because I can't remember what these do. Okay, not scary. That's fine. Alaf needs to move back though. In fact, Alaf, can you kind of flank them?
How
And if I pause for a second, maybe we can get... maybe not the fan. He does have a more directed fire spell, doesn't he? Maybe not. If I do about like that, that should work. Without hurting anyone. Oh, maybe without hurting them either. They were hardly even in it. Maybe I was slightly too nervous about hitting other people with spells. Okay.
Yes.
Well, enemies defeated. We got some wood and some troll skin. But
Following your
that
lead.
wasn't exactly the most exciting. And yeah, there's nothing else over here. So, okay, let's see if we can get to the waterfall from here. Searing Falls. I cannot. Why can't I? Can I get to it from Stormwall Gorge? This could either be a great little adventure or a terrible idea, and I'm not sure which. She arrives at last. Oh. Were you expecting me? Letting Key Wizard. Oh, okay. You may have been expecting me, but I did not know you were here. Well. A woman in robes flanked by an armed group savors every word before whispering the next. Finally. You should have remained in Defiance Bay. She draws a smile, pale and full, that droops below her recessed chin. But I'm glad you didn't have better sense. I've looked forward to this since you got in our way. Any last words? After all the effort you've mustered, it'd be a shame to end it quietly. Okay, I'm not aggressive or cruel, so I can't use those options. Let's get it over with. Or, good, some worthwhile action. I could use a bit of vengeful violence. Walk away before you get hurt. Or I'll never end quietly as long as I draw a breath, assassin. I'm going to be confident here. Walk away before you get hurt. You've got a noble heart. The woman wets her lips. I'm going to enjoy seeing it burn. Well, okay. So we've got 2 fighters, a rogue, a chanter, and a wizard. I'm thinking prioritize the wizard, then get the chanter, and then the rogue. There's going to be a lot of ranged happening here. I'm slightly worried that we might end up in the middle of all of the enemies if I run straight through to the wizard. Let's actually just stay for a second and see what they do. Make sure that Ade is at the front.
Hey.
And move Alice back a bit. Yeah, the wizard's staying over there. Maybe we need to take out... Let's see if we can take out the chanter quickly. Is anybody else in the way of being hit? Okay, the fighter's running round, so that's going to be a problem. Okay, let's try and move everybody out. Wizard's been knocked back over there. Okay, that's definitely a problem. You need to move. This isn't good for a layout. Let's see if we can take down that rogue quickly because he's nearly dead anyway. Grieving Mother definitely needs to move. She's going to get taken out by him. Okay, can somebody... How about if we get the pet on him? Can you distract? Okay, and the wizard is actually nearly down. So Grieving Mother, can you ranged attack on the wizard? Okay, that works. And then if we take down this fighter... He's nearly down and... There. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Following your lead.
Well, We did warn them. So we have some fine weapons. Even some shields. Nothing that's worth a lot, really. Oh, interesting girdle. Of Mage Folk Might. +3 might. Feared through the eastern reach but rarely seen, the gargantuan mage folk are renowned for their awesome strength and destructive fury. Despite its thickness and weight, this belt is otherwise not exactly remarkable in appearance. Its durable leather lined with distinctive snow stelga fur likely came from the fearsome mountains of White March. Okay, I'm just going to put that in Adair's because I think maybe he can wear that. And it will remind me to get it, okay? And the wizard... Grimoire Imp. It gives the caster access to up to 3 free, third or lower level spells from the target's spell list. That's quite good. Because of missiles, we have Arcane Dampener. Antagonistic magical energy around the chosen point, suppressing beneficial effects on enemies. Noxious Burst, Mirrored Image. Chill Fog's quite an interesting one for that first level. Blindingly white icy fog inflicts blindness and freeze damage over time. Ghost Blades. These seem quite good actually. Might consider moving some of those over for Aloth. Okay, and we have some money as well.
Following your lead.
Well, let's just go pick some mushrooms now that that's over with.
Following your lead.
What else is down here? Why did they know I was going to be down here? Oh. Okay, well. Didn't expect that either. Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh, you aren't hard to kill. Okay, you're not that bad. We're fine, we'll survive. They look scary though. Okay. And they're down.
Your lead.
We have some teeth
Following
and
your lead.
hide. Let's also jump over here and start another part of Kednua.
Yes.
This is actually huge. Why did I not come down here before? There's another one over there. And some mushrooms.
And what does the
Can we sneakily grab the mushrooms? We can.
I'm here.
Oh, I was going to see if we could get a sneak attack. Is this whole place going to be infested by these? Maybe the crafting materials from them will be useful though. I think this must be nearly the way out here. Is that a cave? There is a cave. Ooh. Those are some mushrooms. Let's go grab those. I'm going to come back over to the cave. I want to just open up all of this and see if there's anything or anyone else down here. There's a body there. A dead adventurer. Small horn helm, some snowcat, and some silver. I guess the cat's got her. I have absolutely no idea what's supposed to be in this. I don't think we have any prior information about it. It's possible that I could have forgotten because for an adventurer, I do have a shocking sense of direction. Wow, that was immediate. Okay, Sporlings. We're all very much stuck in a corner down here. It's a good thing the Sporlings are easy to kill. This is a very pretty cave.
Let's see what lies this way.
Let's sneak and see if there's any secrets around. We're going to have lots of Orlan's Cradle at this rate. Well, this looks a bit filled with dead bodies. Is it just because of the troll? Okay, let's back up into this doorway.
Hey.
Get Adea to the front.
What?
And you two get
Yes.
back.
Raised out
Endurance, get back.
Elon.
Okay, we want the pet to be up front.
Be on. Seek.
Kind of stuck.
Your thoughts must flow deep, deep.
Okay.
That's it.
We
For my friends.
see if Endurance can get all the way out there. They're kind of going to block each other. We are doing fine with the troll, though. It can't actually get through that doorway even with just Adea, and there we go, it's down.
Hey.
And some
Following
troll
your
skin.
lead.
Oh, what is this?
Quietly now.
There's more trolls. We're not done with that. Can't do anything with that big crystal.
And the
Warlings
fire
in
shows me
here,
something
and there is a
new.
trap.
Raised
So let's make sure that we don't hit that before it can be
out Elon
disabled.
believe.
But these should be nice and easy to take out. Making sure that we attack them one at a time, just so we're not spread out.
Following your lead.
If we're going to, or if it seems like we're going to do any kind of significant battle, I could do resting the grieving mother, at least. Okay. Your chance to shine endurance. Trap disarmed. What do we have? Nature's Embrace. 5 damage reduction to burn, 5 damage reduction to freeze. Grants wood skin when hit by a critical hit. This belt is made of thin, interwoven vines forming a sturdy and elegant loop imbued with protective magics. Like the plants and animals of the deerwood, the wearer can contend with extremes of temperature, and in moments of dire need, the magic of the belt lends its protection to the wearer's very skin. Will lend its protection to the wearer's very skin, or the will of the belt? I'm not sure, but we're going to take that either way because that sounds useful. Okay, that was a pretty good treasure.
My
Any
thoughts will be as silent
buried
as my
secrets?
feet.
No? Let's continue. I really want to sneak around the whole place. I think that's going to be stairs. Can I actually get up there? Or is that a dead end? No, dead end. So this place looks like it was...
And
kind
the
of...
fire shows me something new.
Oh, what is it?
Nice and quiet.
A brick? Ah. A button,
Yes?
not a brick. Is it a trap though? No, not a trap. Actually just a treasure. Braces of deflection, which given +9 deflection, that is pretty good. And it's not a special one, so it's just the generic text for braces. Somebody should definitely have this though. Deflection defense resists direct melee and range attacks that aren't area of effect. Who could do with deflection? I mean, who dies a lot? The grieving mother probably could do with these. Let's put them on her for a second. And we'll check what she's already got. Oh, she has healing hands. Restore light endurance 3 per rest. Yeah, I think this will be more useful to you than those. You have a few empty slots. You need a helmet, a ring, and some boots. I do feel like we should be better equipped for how long we've been adventuring.
Yes?
Considering we explore literally everything as well. Okay, let's take down this troll. Probably just got troll skin.
Following
Yes.
your lead.
And unless there are
Thoughts will
any
be as
secrets
silent
over
as
here.
my feet.
Souls bound in eternity. Well, that's very creepy. I'm guessing the other side
Yes.
probably says the same thing. Let's go down here and see what the pot has. A garnet.
Following your
Okay,
lead.
valuable, but I feel like there should be something else surely going on down here. This is a very creepy place. Maybe I will need to come here in a different part of the story? Surely something must be happening down here. Yeah, that also says
Following
souls
your
bound
lead.
in eternity. What a weird place. Well, it was worth exploring. We did actually get some good loot from coming down here. And it does mean that we have now unlocked everything from Stonewall Gorge. Can I get out of Stonewall Gorge by going this way? Can. So yeah, I can't go to Searing Falls here, and I don't think I can get back in to First Fires or anything because, well, it's on fire. So I think our next port of call after we've healed up is going to be on our main quest. Theos has killed the Duke and Lady Webb and sent Defiance Bay into chaos, but Lady Webb saw where he intended to go next, which was to the city of Twin Elms. So that's where I have to go if I have a chance of catching up to him. And so, yeah, I think Twin Elms has
Following
to be
your
our
lead.
next stop. Now, we
As you
are
say.
definitely going to need some healing before we get into another major battle, but hopefully we're going to come across an inn when we get to Twin Elms. And I think the exit for that should be here. So if we go to Elmshore, that should take us directly across to Hearthsong. I still feel sure that we should be able to get to Searing Falls from Wooded Plains. Maybe I was taking the wrong exit from there. Perhaps I have to go from the bridge down to Searing Falls, but we'll come back to that. It's going to take us 12 hours to get down to Elmshore, which we get to in the dark. Did I just see something move down there? No, I think it was just the leaves. Okay, I'm just being paranoid in the dark. And it should be straight across, I think. What are you? Oh. Oh, there's a rain blight. Why are you here?
Brave thou Philan.
There are 3 rain blights. Okay. Oh dear.
Hey,
Oh dear, hurry up and get in front. Okay, everybody on you actually, but can you two move back a bit, please? Okay. And I think we want to go for this one because that one is about to move around and potentially be in a bad position for us.
This isn't working. Don't even spoil it now.
We're not too bad. They're not hugely powerful. And there's another one down. And last one.
Brave thou
We really need to rest and get some health up. These aren't doing a lot of damage, but because I was already slightly damaged from before, we're seeing it in particular on Adea. We get a lot of primal water. Hopefully that's going to be useful to us at some point. Why did they attack us? Where did they come from? We should probably not explore too much around here. Let's pick this flower that I was actually distracted by and Bereth spells. I'll come back up here. But which way do I want to go? Okay, I'm going in the wrong direction. I'm going up towards Stormwall Gorge here, so actually I do want to go this way. Strange rocks. Really cool bridge though. Yeah, we'll definitely have to come back over here. Looks like there's a few things to find. Who is this?
Anyone suspected of treachery must be reported at once.
Theos. Who are you?
Good, you have come. You have heard of the recent defections from our order caused by this this apostate in Kratom.
Are you actually him, though? It's a pale image, if they ask, that beckons you with a curl of translucent fingers. An answer floats to the surface of your consciousness, remembered from ages ago. Okay, this isn't really him. This is a memory of him. I have heard.
This is a dangerous woman whose lies spread like plague. She inspires chaos, sows conflict. Because of these unusual circumstances, I am speaking to all our initiates personally to ensure there is no more dissension.
You mean because she was one of us? Oh, they had a traitor in their midst.
Who she was no longer matters. If her following continues to grow, there will be war, and all our work will be undone.
Who was this?
You were recruited from Kratom, were you not? You must have known this heretic woman, Yavara.
At hearing the name, a flood of memories pours into your mind. Okay. Who was she? She was my mentor. I was in love with her. She and I were friends. We may have met a few times. She's my sister. Or no, we never met. But that was the only one that's a lie. So I guess I get to choose for the rest of them. Oh, the heretic woman was my friend.
This friendship has no place in our current state of affairs.
You can say, I understand, or we're no longer friends, so it won't be a problem. I understand.
This woman has marked herself an enemy of the gods. They will not look favorably upon her friends.
Yeah, we've seen what you've done there, so I don't think you're favorable with anybody either.
I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well.
Yeah, typical. I understand, Your Eminence. Hey, I wonder who I was there. And look, we've got some friendly boar. Quite nice to see animals that are friendly to me. That's not just a deer. Okay, so can I... Is that down that way? Oh no, yeah, this is the right one. So I can get to Hearthsong, which hopefully is going to be friendly. 12 hours there. And also have an inn that I can stop at. Estramore still. Hello.
Tread carefully, Estramore.
The warrior saunters over, a sneer of suspicion visible beneath streaks of paint. He glances at your gear before favouring you with a long look. Another fugitive from the burning city? Well, kind of. The 6 tribes of Erglanfath welcome you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Hearthsong district. You are free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into the other districts. Those are forbidden to Estramore. What are Estramore? Why is it forbidden to enter the remaining districts of Twin Elms? Twin Elms is a sacred city, built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists alongside the works of the builders, and it is the only place in all of Erglanfath where it is permitted to set foot among these sacred places. The Estramore, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. His words trigger something in your memory. You see an image of a perfect cube of Aedra. Just as quickly, the image fades. Whose memory is that? The woman that I was just seeing? A leader of one of the tribes could give you the permission of the city. Only Anamemfath Bethwell is present in the Passage of the Six today, and she has her own troubles. He jerks his head at a long hut in the middle of the district. Okay, I guess we can go and see if we could help out. You have other questions about Twin Elms? To be honest, yes. I haven't heard of the Keepers of the Stone. The oldest of the 6 tribes. He points the tip of his sword at a long hut behind him, up the stairs and into the Passage of the Six. This is where our Anamfather gather. Bethel, the Anamfath of the Guided Compass, can tell you more. Okay, I'll ask her, but who are the builders? You know them as the Ingwithans. Ah, to us they are the builders, creators of the sacred places that we guard to this day. Can you tell me anything else about Twin Elms? The city is sacred to all Glamfarthans, as it is the place where our ancestors first encountered the builders. That fated meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home among the builders' relics. When the builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us the unique privilege to live among their structures here. It's the only place in Eglanfath where this is permitted. Okay. Sacred City is divided into 4 districts. Hearthsong, the Commons District. Old Song, the site of our temples. Elms Reach, home of Delamgun and Druids. And the Burial Isle, which is the most sacred place in the city. Okay. Which temples are in Old Song? There's Noonfrost, which is dedicated to Rimmergand? A group of pale elves from the frozen Southlands arrived not long ago to oversee it. There's also the Nest, a temple of Hylia, and Galawain's Moor, a den of beasts dedicated to the Hunter God. The route to the Burial Isle also lies that way. Well, since I'm about to go there, before I leave, can you tell me something about Hearthsong? This is Hearthsong. It's a place where Glamfarthans and Estremor may gather together. It's also the site of the Passage of the Six, where our tribal leaders, the Anamfather, meet. He points to a large round building at the other end of the district. That way is the market. Guard your purse there. No one bargains like a Glamfarthan. And if you need a place to stay, follow the fence to the east. There you'll find the way to the Celestial Sapling. Perfect. That is actually exactly what I need. So we're following it to the east. And that's all I want to know for now. I'll keep your words in mind. Best that you keep your visit brief. Word has reached our ears that the riots have ended, and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once more. Oh, okay, that is good to know because I actually need to visit Fastfires.
Following your lead.
We have some mysteries to uncover here first.
More of Magran's touch.
Please be respectful, Durance, during this trip. He's probably going to end up getting us into trouble. We have some concerned citizens over here. Let's see what they have to say. I assure you, they saw the man break in to tear Ephron. And all dressed in thick furs appears immersed in conversation. He locks his hands together to emphasize the point. I speak true. He commanded strange powers, they claim. Ah, this is who we're looking for. An elven woman lifts her eyes from her furry companion and nods in your direction. Another foreigner. Did he look like this one? The Orlan turns around. Well, that was kind of rude.
What brings you here?
What is it, Estremor? Can you tell me about the man you're speaking about? A strange man, a foreigner, broke into Ephron, the tower under the giant elms. Estremor cannot walk the grounds of Elm's Reach. Why was he allowed to pass? He probably wasn't allowed. This one was unseen. He wielded a strange power. We now know. What is Ephron? Ephron has stood since the time of the builders, and it will stand long after we're all gone. Was he going after that Aedra cube? Yes, the tower stands strong, and the gods live within its sacred hall. It's no place for unclean souls. Or foreigners. They're not very welcoming here, are they? You said that the gods live there. How is that possible? The mysteries of our ancestors are not for every foreigner to understand. Well, if it happens to have something to do with an Aedra cube, he might be in trouble. In Twin Elms, in the temples of the builders, the gods commune with us. Be sated in knowing this truth. So I want to go to the east to find the place that I can stay. There's the market. There's Passage of the Six. Let's follow the fence to the east. Oh, right. The east on the map, not the east like the way that the city is facing. So it's this way, the Celestial Sapling. Okay, let's go over to the Celestial Sapling first and get rested up, just in case I end up in a fight, because that seems fairly likely here. I think, are you two going to give me any good information, or are you just... Yeah, I don't want to
Following
read your
your
soul
lead.
right now. Look, you have the same antelope that I do. This place is really different from all of the places we've been to so far. What's across the river? That is the celestial sapling. This is the way we need to go. Who are you? Merla, that grandfather witch sold me useless twigs and herbs. Does she take me for a fool? This will not stand. I've been swindled, and Delari will pay for what she did. Okay, he is mad. She'll pay, that witch. She'll... Fuming with anger and pacing in tiny circles, the Valian merchant aims his wild rant at you as you approach. You there, have you come here to trade with the savages? Learn from my example and take your business elsewhere. Spittle accents his every sentence. Liars, cheats, swindlers. You're really upset about this. That duplicitous bitch Lari, she claimed to be selling Ellard Gola flower buds, but all I have now is 6 bushels of common houseplants. The herbs are useless. He throws a handful of dried plants to the ground, stomping on the brittle stems and leaves, kicking up pungent, savoury scents. I'll get my money back from that swindling savage. What did Alahi say when you confronted her? Nothing of substance, he quickly mutters. She defended herself, of course, saying the herbs were legitimate. Why wouldn't she lie? No one will value my word over hers. He spits on the ground. Alahi can lie with impunity when surrounded by her gangs of savage thugs. I feel like there's more to this. What do you intend to do about it? Actually, first of all, what is it that you are buying? Renato's rage abates for a moment, and his face twists into a nervous smile. Ellard Gola is a plant that grows in the jungles of Eglanfath. He clears his throat, lowering his voice. When dried and consumed or brewed into a tea, it's known to enhance one's drive for the better pleasures in life. Oh. I see. So you tested the remedy on yourself. Well, Renato fidgets in place, his hands smoothing the creases of his tunic. How can I sell a remedy I've not tested? Of course I tried the herb. Imagine what would have happened if I peddled this pale imitation. Renato clears his throat, his voice grows quiet. The herb did not have its intended effect. The only thing it made hard was not vomiting. Maybe you're allergic to it. What do you intend to do? When I get my hands on... Renato halts his sentence, his eyes darting about the nearby Glanfathan guards. I'm in the savage's home court, so it's my word against hers. Where does that leave me? I'd be a fool to threaten her here, on tribal soil. So you're planning to wait until you get out of here and then do something? He sighs, pressing on his temples. I cannot sell this worthless herb to recover my coin, and I'm powerless to confront Talai. I don't suppose... He looks at you, sizing you up. If you were willing to mediate, perhaps you could succeed where I failed. I would, of course, pay you handsomely for your troubles. I will see what I can do, because I think this is intriguing.
Good
What
day,
can I
stranger.
buy from you? Renato looks away from you, scratching his neck and shifting his feet. I'm destitute and have but a few meagre offerings left to sell. How dreadfully embarrassing. If I can recover my investment from Alari, I'll have funds to resupply my stores. Until then, you're welcome to take a look at what I still have in stock. Ah, okay, you sell herbs. I haven't really learnt what to do with these yet, so it's not very helpful to me. But I might be back later. Oh, look. Rotok. Can I speak to you? You want up? I pull. Oh.
Following your lead.
Is this how we get to the inn? It is perfect. Thank you. Ashmore, welcome. Behave.
Following your lead.
Be merry. Okay, good advice. Thank you. I like him. So you have some deer woodens. Oh, this is a cool looking place. Unusual stone pulses with warmth. That's also very cool, especially since I guess you
Yes?
can't really have a fire somewhere like this. This is a really busy place too. Who are you? Camille Witchmere. I don't want
Yes?
to know your history right now. You also look interesting. Like you've been adventuring. Okay, but on a practical note, we need to rest. Why can I not speak to you? Are you not the innkeeper? Oh, you are.
Gods keep you.
A middle-aged elven man stands behind the counter of the inn. He has a warm, open face and smiles pleasantly in greeting as you approach. Welcome, welcome. I'm always glad to see a new face. Take a seat where you like, my friend. It seems to me you've walked a long road. All are welcome here, and those with interesting stories, most welcome of all. I do have some interesting stories. Probably more interesting than you're expecting. For a start, I might be responsible for setting the city on fire, but I'm not really sure. Well, I do want a room, but first of all, can you tell me about this place? Of course. Eletharian's face brightens. I founded the inn many years ago, but in many ways its tale begins much earlier. It was while I was returning from a long journey south that I first heard the story of the tree upon which this inn rests. Hundreds of years ago, a strange event occurred. The sky was troubled that night, with many stars falling across the sky, and one of those same stars began to plummet instead towards the aura. It fell here, striking a young tree and burying itself within it, like a fiery heart. But the tree survived, and over the years it grew, and grew, and grew, twice as big as its fellows in half the time, until it reached the size you see now, and grew no more. Hearing the tale, I knew I must find the truth, and you see it there. He gestures towards the large stone at the centre of the room. Around the tree's heart, I built this inn, to welcome all travellers who might look upon it. Well, that's a really cool story. Khan looks over at the stone and grins. A fine story. I'll carry that one home. I'm always glad to see a new face. Take a seat where you like. Okay. I would like a room, please. Who are you, though? My name is Eletharion. They call me Haggard Shoes for all the walking I used to do, and all the boots I wore down. But those days are well behind me. My eyes have seen a great deal, and now my ears get their fill from the travellers who come through here. A fine way to spend one's days, to my thinking. It kind of likes Eletharion. But I would like a room now, please. Something with a nice view, yes? Preferably, yeah. So we can get the Wanderer's Reprieve or the Celestial Suite. 1 resolve and 1 survival, or 2 might, 2 constitution, and 2 resolve. That is very good. That only lasts for 1 rest, though. I think we're going to go for it. Hey, perfect. I'm well rested.
Following your lead.
Let's go and be nosy in the rest of the inn before we move on. Have a moment? I'd like a word with you. Yeah, sure.
Hail and well met.
A slender woman in dusty leathers locks eyes with you. It's good to see someone from more civilized lands around here. Her unkempt hair sprouts in wavy black tufts. Despite the fine features that sculpt her face, a cleft chin completes her boyish appearance. Are you trying to say that the people who live here are uncivilized? Because that's quite mean. I'm learning firsthand the many shortcomings of Glenfarthern hospitality. Her gloved hands come to rest on the pommel of a long estoc cinched low on her hip. I can almost forgive the hostility towards outsiders, but the temperate taverns and these watered-down drinks, inexcusable. Okay, they were quite rude when we first got here, but this inn has been very friendly, so that's a bit unfair. I hope I don't seem too forward, but I need help, my friends, and you look like the right person for the job. A sly smile carves a dimple on her cheek. Which is to say, you're not Glenfarthern, making you the closest thing I've got to an ally in this paranoid land. She gives you a coquettish sideways glance. And allies, well, they help each other, do they not? You're making me feel very suspicious of you. Who are you? Mum pats the dust off her leggings and gives you an exaggerated curtsy. Where did I leave my ambassadorial manners? She flashes a mocking smile. I am Gwyneth. Pleased to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. Okay, nice to meet you too. She lifts an eyebrow with a blushing smirk. For the time being, though, I'm just another Estremor minding her own business. Well, what help do you need exactly? My friends have drawn some unwanted attention. Gwyneth looks to both sides, scanning for uninvited listeners. Glenfarthen's scouts, and not just any mob of local zealots, the Fangs. She pauses to let the name settle in the air. The Fangs are a brutal, relentless bunch, eager to make an example of troublesome outsiders. Well, what were your friends doing? As for why I need your help, her smile widens as she speaks. I need someone to warn the expedition that trouble is coming, and I need someone ready to fight if it comes to that. She taps her hand on the pommel of her hairstock. With any luck, we'll reach my friends before the Fangs do, but if not, the Fangs have a reputation to uphold, so this might require spilling blood. Right. What did your friends do to draw the attention of the Fangs? Just setting foot in Eglanfath is a good way to offend the tribes. I don't know how they picked up our trail. I suspect one of our newer scouts didn't cover his tracks well enough. When I spotted the Fangs, they were retracing a path the expedition had taken days before. Okay, tell me more about the expedition. What exactly were you looking for? I like to think we're on a mission of reclamation. Gwyneth darts a shrewd smile. It is said that our armies left behind many valuables in their hasty retreat from Eglanfath at the end of the War of Black Trees. So the way I see it, we're simply gathering up what our ancestors left behind. I doubt the Glenfarthens agree with me on this, she adds with a dimpled grin. Okay, my expedition set out from Defiance Bay, heading directly east to cross Glenfarthen lands. I split off once we arrived at the Bale? The natural frontier between our nations. The plan was for me to keep my eyes on the Glenfarthens while the main group scoured the target area. For days we eluded them. She walks her fingers over the back of her leather glove, leaving a trail on its dusty surface. But the Fangs got wise to our presence. So why can't you just warn them yourself? Her posture stiffens at the question. It was my turn to handle Far Patrol. I spotted the Fangs on my trek back to camp. I knew that rejoining the main group would risk leading the enemy right back to the expedition. I know the woods and I know how to stay quiet, but I didn't want to stake my friends' lives on my ability to sneak past expert hunters like the Fangs. If they noticed me warning my friends, we'd have been overrun. Gwyneth tilts her head to the side and points to you with a grin. But if they notice me and some reinforcements, like, say, you, well, at least then we can scare them off or put up a good fight. Right, well, you know, your friends are trespassing, so by local custom, they are criminals. I also have a sneaking suspicion that you might just be looting places, and that's what your expedition actually is. Gwyneth frowns and blinks at you several times. You'll forgive me if I'm not sympathetic with face painters and their barbaric laws. I'm not pretending that what we're doing is noble. I just don't believe trespassing is a crime that warrants execution. I do kind of agree with you there. I don't think they should be executed, but what should we do here? I will help you to warn your expedition, but if it comes to meeting with the Fangs, I'll just try to persuade them that you shouldn't be executed. Because I don't agree with what you're doing. Especially if my suspicions are right. But I also don't think you should all be murdered. So I will help you to warn the expedition. Gwyneth smiles with an overt display of dimples. Excellent, I knew I could count on you. She leans in and whispers, assuming the Fangs didn't already get them, my friend should now be at or around the Pilgrim's Trail in the Northweald. The plan was to camp along a trail leading to a temple of Hylia. Are you going to loot the temple? Find my comrades, warn them the Fangs are coming, and help them clear out the forest. I'll head out first on my own to see if I can't lead the Fangs astray and buy us some time. She pulls her hairstock a few inches out of its scabbard and cracks a smile. If the gods smile on us, we won't have to draw steel. Should it come to that? I'm glad you're on our side. I'm also not planning for that to happen, though.
Yes?
Oh, these are the bedrooms. Gaius and Solera.
Following your lead.
You don't have any interesting conversation for me to eavesdrop on, do you? I really like this place. This is a really cool area. What's up here? Is this one of the other rooms? There's a high monk up here.
Welcome!
The monk massages his temples, his face buried in his palm. As you approach, he looks up. This room needs a proper door, he mutters. My brothers and I rented this space that we may have some measure of privacy in this foreign land. Perhaps you could find another room here at the inn? Okay. That's fair. It was a bit rude of me to walk in. Who are you, though? Briefly opening his mouth to answer, the monk swallows his words. He looks you up and down, carefully choosing his response. My brothers and I were having a private discussion in a room we rented for our use. Please, there is a tavern full of people who would provide you with the banter you seek. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I really want to keep being nosy. What brings your order to this place? We travel where the teachings take us, the monk mutters, his voice slow and measured. Not that it is any of your business. Okay, fair enough. How about your friend? The monk silently shakes his head, placing a finger over his mouth. Oh, he doesn't speak. Fair enough. Okay. Enough bothering people. You see but one face of Eglanfath. There's no sight finer than the great trees of Elm's Reach. This is a very cool place. Okay, let's go down again. Alright, it's actually night now. Hopefully that won't make a difference. What was the place called that we needed to go again? Oh, it's not on this. I think it was this one, the Passage of the Six. Can I go to it this way? This is probably a weird way to go around to it, but it will work. Yes, I am sure the Anim Father will not commune together for a season at least.
Hail, Estremor.
Yes, I listen, foreigner. What were you talking about? News from beyond, east of the Great River, the Deerwood. Fires have returned to the foreigner city, we've heard. Oh. Defiance Bay. Its waters run foul and dense with the stench of corpses. Not even the recent floods could wash away the stain of its corruption. A dying prey. Well, that paints a grim picture of Defiance Bay. Some see it as such among us, a chance to strike. Others, not so. Only a council of the Anim Father can decide what the 6 tribes must do as one. Okay, so there's a chance that you might attack Defiance Bay? Tell me more about this council. Anim Father lead our tribes, one for each. They speak with the spirit of our peoples and act in our name, with our will. A council of Anim Father means the tribes commune, as one. But no common will is found just now, when the Deerwood ails like a wounded beast. Only 2 Anim Father currently shelter within Twin Elms, while the rest attend to their tribes. They must return. Too far, too consumed with duties. The Anim Father will not gather soon. Another season at least. We wait until then. Okay, so you can't do anything until they come back. Tell me about this building. The hearth of all Glenfarthens, the 6 tribes. We honour our people here, in this passage. Offerings are made, symbols of respect, to each tribe. Ah, that's what all the pedestals are for. This is the house of our ancestors. Oh. We already know this. The Anim Father, when all of them are present in Twin Elms, form a council at the end of the passage. From there our history moves on. Okay, so that's the 3 tusk Stalgaea. Twice split arrows.
Following your lead.
The Fisher Crane. Stone Bramble. Guided Compass. And the Keepers of the
Following your
Stone.
lead.
And you are the two who are left, I guess.
Another Estremor. What do you want?
You're the person I was looking for. A middle-aged Orlan woman stands at the back of the longhouse, an expression of irritation on her narrow features. As you approach, she takes a decisive step towards you. I'm looking for somebody else who passed through the city.
Few Estremoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estremoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
Well, I'm looking for him because I don't agree with him, not because we're anything to do with each other, really. So, has something happened recently? More than I care to think about.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Oh. What's happening with that? Are Anolfane children like the Hollowborn? Suddenly you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The Anamfath continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamfath Shimak doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today. He would not be so kind as I.
Well, I really don't think you've heard me out yet. They are all here. Are they? A vision of an Orlan man appears near Bethel. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with them. He points behind you. Turning, you see the ghostly shapes of 5 other Anamfather, another Orlan with tawny fur and discard face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orlan, and 2 elves. I can use my perception here. You're angry about something. I hear it in your voice. What is it? Are the outrages I listed for you not enough? Trouble brews, and none of it is my choosing. The spectral Orlan takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them, and he grimaces and leans forward, as if struggling against a gale. The angry Anamfath winces. War. The spectral Orlan's voice is a rasping croak. They're headed for war. Remind them of Furwalt's warning. Okay. Does Furwalt's warning mean anything to you? Furwalt's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the Anamvath. He looks at you again. I tried to tell them the Builder's souls have touched even the Estrom wall.
You'd better explain yourself.
The 2 attending tribesmen look from Anamfath to you, their sword hands ready. Her slitted pupils narrow. Builder's souls have touched even the Estremor. That's what he told me to say? Or I can say, this other Orlan, do you know who he is? I'll do what he says.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anams, a watcher of souls.
Yes, I am a watcher. But Furwalt tried to warn the other tribes about something. What was it? Hopefully I can say all of these. Yes, I am a watcher. That explains much.
Feralt's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamfath of our tribe then. When the Estremoric farmers defiled the builders' monuments, Feralt urged the other Anamfatha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed.
Oh, I see. And this, I guess, is why we now have the Fangs, who are going out to execute people who are taking stuff.
Feralt believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the builders as we do. He also believed the builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
Well, there is definitely a lot of bloodshed. At least you don't have the Hollowborn to deal with, I suppose is true. What exactly do you mean by where we are today, though?
While Feralt's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
You think it's gone too far? An image of a polished Adra cube flashes into your mind. There's writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read it. The Anamfath turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter. So give them something else to remember, or sounds like you got your own problems. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter. She looks at you sadly. Yes, that is the problem.
Another Estremor came through here a few days ago and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat.
Yes, this is who
The
we're looking
Guided
for.
Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estremoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
Oh no. That sounds like the man I came here to stop. I'm just going to be honest with this woman.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar Twin Elms from Estremoran to protect the ancient places that the Builders left behind. The Builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
Okay, I do understand. You again see the polished Adra cornerstone in your mind. This time the image is clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips form the words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
What do they mean? She eyes you carefully. They mean that Feralt's words may indeed be true.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the Guided Compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
In the meantime, I shall be here to assist you. I would like to know more about you before I leave. I'm the Anampath of the Guided Compass. Like many Anamfather, I have leadership in my blood. While tribal authority is not strictly hereditary, we believe that strong leaders can impart a portion of their soul to their children and grandchildren, meaning that Anamfather may succeed from a single line for many generations. She worries a sharpened thumbclaw. Of course, with all that's happened here lately, I've wondered whether my family's line is coming to an end with me. Something else you would know? No, that's it. Thank you. Okay, so we should speak with the Dalangan at Ter Evron, and we can now explore some more. My brother fleeing in shame? I don't believe any of it. Who are you? Arthur is lying.
What brings you here?
This I claim. Sensing your approach, an agitated elven hunter suddenly drops his conversation and turns to face you. What kind of courtesy have you learned in your filthy homeland? A red stripe of paint gleams, pearly with sweat, from cheekbone to cheekbone. We speak of grandfather matters. Be gone. Well, you were having this conversation loudly in the middle of a hallway. The huntress in the group raises her calloused hand. Still your heart, Radai. Do not forget where you stand. She parts the fine strands of golden hair that float before her face and acknowledges you with a nod. In the house of our ancestors and the 6 tribes, we commune as one people. Radai looks away and fumes in a restrained breath. The ancestors will forgive me and my brother when I clean the shame away from his name. He looks at the huntress, and from the taint it has brought to our tribe. What happened to your brother? My brother? The hunter's heavy breathing pauses for a moment. My brother Fiorm is the greatest hunter of our tribe. He set out on a blood hunt but hasn't returned. And now, Arthwin, that puny liar, he claims that my brother... Radai clenches his fists. The elven huntress fills in the silence. Arthwin belongs to another tribe. He is the hunter that competed against Fiorm during their blood hunt. She gives a glancing look to Radai. Arthwin claims that Fiorm has exiled himself, deciding not to return to Twin Elms. Oh. Radai scowls. His stripe of paint curves like an angry wound. Exiled, in shame, for losing to him during the blood hunt. Can you believe this liar? Even though Arthwin returned with the giant Stelgar's fang as proof, it's hard to believe that Fiorm would have failed to kill the prey first. Huntress digs her heel on the dark soil. But you cannot claim that yet, Radai. Not until the Anam father judged the truth. Arthwin's weak, from a lower tribe. Radai bares his teeth. He lies. I'll find the truth and clean my brother's name. Why would Arthwin lie about your brother? Radai throws his arms in the air. Why? He looks at you as if the answer were obvious. Radai, please, still your anger. She does not know our customs. The huntress turns to you and nods. Arthwin stands much to gain from claiming a victory over Fiorm. It brings renown and glory to his kin, a lesser tribe, the twice-split Arrows. Arthwin has no history, no name, and now he returns a hero while my brother... Radai's face twists in ire. Tricked, perhaps worse. Okay. How do you plan to clear his name then? A bead of sweat rolls down Radai's forehead and hangs from his red-painted cheekbone like a drop of blood. It quivers as the hunter's muscles twitch. I can't tarry here while my brother's fate remains unknown. The Anam father must let me go. To judge Arthwin and to clean our tribe's name, they cannot listen only to your truth. The huntress lowers her head, glancing at you. Before the Anam father, only an impartial voice can speak for what happened. Okay, I'm involved now, aren't I? Radai whips his neck, and the drop of sweat lingering on his cheekbone flies in your direction. You mean to involve this one? An Estremor? She points at him, her calloused finger curved like a claw. Listen to me now. Arthwin returned, with proof. Your brother did not even come back. The huntress blows against the fine hairs floating down over her face. The tribes are split. Something must be done. She looks at you, and this one is known to speak the truth. Okay, well, no promises, but if I find anything, I'll let you know. As an Estremor, I can look into this without risking tension between your tribes. I'll find what happened to your brother and get to the truth of it. Or what do I care about your petty troubles? I've got more important things to resolve in the city. Technically, number 4 is kind of true, but I will find what happened to your brother and I'll get to the truth of it. Radai's hard features soften in surprise. You speak with the spirit of a Glamfarthen hunter. He nods. The Anam father would agree to listen. There's no union between you and our tribes. The huntress nods at you. Fiorm and Arthwin went to the Northweald Forest, beyond the Old Song Pass, to hunt a giant Stelgar. Search there and return to us with the truth if you can. But be aware, Stelgar of such size, many times over their lesser kin, usually gather a big pride that follows them closely. Okay, we have to go to Northweald anyway. Hopefully these two things aren't going to clash with each other. Radai fixes his eyes on you, 2 glowing embers over the blood-red stripe painted across his face. Estremor, I don't expect help, but I'll do anything to know of my brother's fate, and to clean the stain that Arthwin has spilled on our tribe. He throws his chin back. Anything. This I claim. I also think that sounds a bit suspicious that he just didn't come back. So we will help. Okay, so now we have the ability to explore more, but we still can't go everywhere. So we actually need to get through Elm's Reach to get to Northweald. So we can't do these side quests until we've moved through here a bit. I think this is actually the perfect place to pause for now. We have done quite a bit of exploration here. We've picked up quite a few quests. Twin Elms is totally different from the rest of the map. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to be such a big difference in the area. I can see that we've got Defiance Bay opened up again. So we will definitely be traveling back to finish off our quests in Fast Fires. But we will stay in Twin Elms for now, do a bit more exploration, see what we can find out, and hopefully gain the trust, which we obviously don't have right now for these people. And hopefully not lose it again when we get to Northweald and we've agreed to stop these explorers, quote unquote, from being executed by the Fangs. Hopefully we'll be able to negotiate our way out of that. So at this point, on the edge of more adventures to come, we will pause. And thank you so much for joining me. If you want to find out what's going to happen next, and if we're going to find this guy, or what we're going to find out about the Adra Cube, or whether we're going to get into a lot of trouble in Northweald, please consider subscribing and liking the video. And I'll see you soon. Bye.